Wholesome and Wild, Folláin is Fiáin. Sacred Messages, Eolas, Naofa, a special podcast series with Kathleen Farren and Sandra Saradesi. Welcoming our guest, Denise O'Regan. We're delighted to have a lovely guest with us, myself, Kathleen, and Sandra Saradesi. We welcome you, Denise O'Regan, to help us understand the magnificence of this new protocol, the Fountain of Plenitude. So Denise is a long-time student of the Seer Almine and most dedicated, and she's here to give us a testimonial of this new protocol. Sandra, you know Denise for many years, and you both have been in retreat with the Seer Almine. And so that's one thing I'm particularly keen and interested in.
Thank you, Kathleen, for that kind introduction. Yes, I must say that Denise is one of the most dedicated students and masters at the same time of the Seer Almine. And I have had the privilege and honor to share this journey with her, not only in the retreats, but at a personal level. And she's pure delight. And I'm very excited, and I don't even find a word to describe my feelings for being in such a close contact with her. We shared not only the retreats, but also we flew together, we shared the rooms. We at one time we even had experiences that were exactly the same with the lights off in the hotel room. It was like magnificent, off the charts. And we always held each other with much reverence and love and respect. And it's been a true journey to say that close to 15 years now. And here we are experiencing our own spiritual path in different countries. And who would have thought that at one point we were both in Europe, we were both in Canada, living in Canada, then we both lived in Europe, and now we're still living in different places. But you know, the heart connection is the heart connection, and the mother knows how to bring us together always. So I am very grateful that Denise accepted this invitation, because she has a way of explaining her heart in simple words, but with profound wisdom. And she was part of the first group of that enter into the Fountain of Plenitude last year. And she was very excited about it when I mentioned to her. And there were many things that she experienced. So I'm going to let you, Kathleen, ask Denise, because I feel I'm too close to her. So maybe you ask her something, and then I'll intervene somehow.
Well, I just know that Denise knows the tools and the oils and the Belvaspata very well, and the yoga practices. You know, I know that Denise has shared yoga teaching with others, this particular Almine's various yogas, which actually are integrated into the practices. So, Denise, maybe you might introduce us to what it's like to introduce the yogas and the, you know, when inviting people, because this really testimonial that you're sharing with us is to let people know there's an opportunity for this again coming up on the 1st of June. So,
and
yeah, go ahead.
I would have to say, first of all, thanks a million for having me and inviting me. I'm so grateful to be here with both of you and to share this moment. Sandra introduced me to this protocol, and I did actually get to practice with her in person in Corfu when it was first introduced. And I loved how Anita just put all of this together, there's, as you said, there's elements of the yogas, Hatha yoga, the Saradesi yoga, and it just how everything has blended with the oils, the meridian protocols. It truly, we both felt this is really something special. And I was so grateful I got to experience the first round with Sandra. The what I love about this protocol is you can go really deep and explore, like through the elixirs, the affirmations, the oils, clearing the meridians. You can, you know, I've done this, like the Saradesi yoga is amazing. And then do this protocol. So it's like you're just going further and further into different layers of information, which is really what Almine's tools are all about. It's, do you want to scratch the surface, or do you, like, how deep do you want to go? And it is all about your own personal journey, you know, like whether you're teaching it for other people, it's as much for ourselves as it is for, you know, those who are participating in the protocol. So teaching, well, I mean, Sandra has taught yoga too. Well. Many classes. And I love the yogas. Like, I really, really love it because you're in it, you're in the moment. So even though you're teaching it, you're getting as much out of it as everybody else in that's sharing that with you.
Yeah, I think you hit on something there, it being in the moment. I mean, actually being in the moment. And that's actually what I like about these conversations, that I get to practice being in the moment, you know. And you both have experience with radio as well. Like, it's like when you're enthusiastic about something and you're in the company of people who are also interested. That to me is perfection.
It's magical, I have to say. Like, it's truly the Life of Miracles radio show, the, you know, sharing our passion and joy for Belfast Baton. Oh, it was brilliant. It was really, it was a lot of fun too. And, you know, Sandra is so natural at all of that, you know, she's so wonderful. And what I loved too about starting this protocol with the rose quartz kit is, you know, even if I couldn't, because just, you know, different work schedules and time differences, it was hard to be present for the actual Zoom calls, but they are recorded. So even if you can't do it right there and then when the classes, when Sandra is, you know, teaching the protocol, you can record it late. Like, you can watch the recording later, which I love that. And, you know, any questions, it's like, she's so amazing for supporting, you know, for people who would be new to this.
Yeah, I felt there was a definite personal connection because the presence of Sandra during it was consistent anytime. And then you bring up really important points about pace. You can pace it to suit yourself, and you can take it at whatever level you want, you know. And that it's kind of the same amount of time work, you know. You put in the listening to the music or the sound elixirs. You put in the time and effort to place these beautiful oils on you and do the affirmations and things, and it's received by your body, or it resonates with your body at perfection for you.
And the oils are magical. You know, I had a quartz crystal that somehow, I don't know, it got into one of the bags with my oils in. And oh my God, like you should see this crystal. It is stunning. It is, I've never had a crystal so clear just from sitting in with the oils.
Mm.
Stunning. But what I love about this protocol too is it can, like, the more you do it, obviously, the more practice you become. And you can do the actual steps in probably 10-15 minutes. But if you really want to have a pamper me day and I'm just going to nurture myself today, you can spend the whole day doing, as you said, doing clearing the meridians, doing just spending an hour listening to the elixirs that go along with each oil, with each meridian. Like you can really go and have a total transformation if you want.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, for me personally, it's not just about looking younger, or it's just what happens within, and like when I first started it, I actually had mild detox symptoms, which I thought was very strange, but good, because then I thought, oh, well, there's definitely something working here. But then it also works on like the emotional level, where, you just start to feel more self-confident, and, it's like there's just a kindness for yourself. I started to notice, like I wasn't walking by the mirror and say, oh God, don't look in there. It was like, oh, I'm beautiful. I'm as beautiful as, the gorgeous orchid sitting there on the windowsill. Like, I just found like there was more self-compassion. Um, that's kind of what I
Yeah,
noticed
that
anyway,
is so
doing it.
lovely. And also, there is one of the oils is called self-compassion, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really amazing. I
yeah,
mean, so nice to hear it. The
yeah,
transformation of self, inner talk, and then like the inner. I'm intrigued with inner sensations as well because they're so personal, but
yeah,
they are what makes you uh, confident, more confident. That you feel okay inside, you feel really good, you feel better and better.
yeah.
Um,
And, currently with what's happening, you know, where we're working on creating that inner space and learning our inner spaces as much as outer space, there's no separation. Um, I feel this protocol is perfect for incorporating that on a deeper level. And, you know, for me, I feel like a lot of this work is within, but you see the results being reflected in your environment.
yeah,
It's like, because not only do you have more, well, I feel I have more compassion for myself, but then I have more patience and tolerance and compassion for people in my environment, or even, going to the supermarket, and, the cashier is maybe not the nicest because they're in another reality, but it's like you can just feel, I feel more compassionate towards people too,
that's
which is
really,
lovely.
yeah, it is lovely. It
Yeah,
actually paints a really clear picture of how this works,
yeah,
that it actually works this way. And, you know, the creating the reality from within is becoming clearer in my imagination or mind, and because the sensation of self-compassion is so strong and so nice that why wouldn't you
yeah,
why wouldn't you just do that? And then about others being in other realities, like I stopped listening to the news years ago, but every now and then I tune into it and I see how you can perpetuate a reality in one way by repeating the same old ways of talking to each other and asking, questions and things that lead you down a sort of a dead end path. But I also know that judging is not a cool thing to do at all.
Yeah.
And it's when you become more self-compassionate that goes out the window as well. Any sort of picking on people for doing something differently to the way you do it. So, like, it's understanding that goes on, but then the immense power and strength that comes from uncovering the beauty within, that you do see it without, and that you do. It's easier now in the springtime here. It's springtime here, so you get to see
Gorgeous. Yeah.
new growth, new leaves and flowers, and
Yeah. I have to say too, I've been watching some of your podcasts and I love them.
of
They're
the
really,
nature.
really good. Yeah. Interesting too. I've really enjoyed them.
Oh, thank you, Denise.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And can I just say, I've never heard Sandra so quiet in all my years of knowing her.
Well, do you think the world is the only one changing?
Are you practicing stillness, Sandra?
I'm super practicing. I'm like in my best behavior. I want to impress Denise.
Oh, honey, you don't have to impress me.
No. I know that was already happened. I don't have to revamp that. It's done.
No.
But I really, knowing your depthness, Denise, and how you keep yourself in the eye of the storm and able to not being shaken by the outer reality. I want to hear, like, what was for you the main moment or the main thing that you said, wow, this protocol is really working? Because I also had the detoxing that you did. I had detoxing on my throat. You know, there is the rolling on the carotid vein. So I had, like, right there, that's where I had a lot of clearing for me. And, I have shared before that the caressing of the ears with the washa heart, it was for me phenomenal. It shifted my inner child. So I wanted to hear if you have any pivotal point in the protocol that you can share with us.
I think the greatest one for me was the subpersonality. Like just clearing the sinuses, all the way down. I just felt such deep release, and then just balance. I felt like, oh my God, that was my favorite. After a while, that just doing those points. I absolutely love them. And then there was one time I was doing it, and I kind of it was a stressful day at work, and I had a headache, and I thought, no, I'm just going to do it. And by the time I was finished, there was no headache. Just doing the whole process, the headache was gone. So that was brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
That's amazing. So it was really interesting that you mentioned the subpersonalities, because when I heard you talking about the self-caring and the self-compassion, it was like activated at another level. Not that you didn't have that, but it is a journey, right?
It is.
Yeah, and I really feel
all
that
of these things we do, all of them, whether we're doing the 8 meridians, clearing at a cellular level, there's still always, something that pops up that, you know, needs to be released. But what I love about this is, yes, you're clearing all that, but then you have these wonderful affirmations. So it feels to me like, yes, you're clearing out, but you're also then filling up with, you know, this whole new positive experience for yourself. So that's what I love. Like, yeah, you're emptying out, but you're also then filling up, because we know there's no hole in the ocean, right?
Yes. Yes, this is beautiful, because this is what I felt, Angel, when you were saying, oh, I feel more self-compassion, and I immediately saw your inner nurturer, like
Yeah.
really filling up with this beautiful high emotions, pure emotions, feeling your being. So the inner dialogue, the self-dialogue, the self-talk, it changes, because as
Yeah.
we balance the inner family or the self-personalities, then we have more room um, for replenishing the distortions with what is real.
Yeah.
So that, and I have to agree that part of the nose is really amazing too.
Yeah.
It's
And
almost,
the
I
fact,
felt like
the fact
yeah,
that, you know, it's blessed by Almine is like, you feel that. Like, I cried when I first got the kit, just opening. It was so beautiful and powerful, and like, it touched my heart. So just even having that alone to just get the kit and you know, embrace, that's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
I
very
remember.
grateful, honey. I am so grateful that you introduced this to me, and your passion for it ignited my passion. And you know,
Mhm.
you're you're so gifted. Thank you. I'm so grateful that
Thank
you've
you. It's
shared this with all of us.
yes. Well,
Yes.
and we were like ecstatic to hear that the Seer Almine actually is endorsing the protocol,
Yeah.
because I mean, we are putting together her tools, her information, and we are just making it available in a way that is organized and structured information. And
Mhm.
so many people are really enjoying receiving their assignment per se every day,
Yeah.
constantly, and doing it at their own pace. And if they want to repeat it second time, I have people that finish the 28 days and then they carry on their own, and
Yeah.
they go into a deeper experience before they do the phase two, because we're going to have the 5 phases, and it is all like so intrinsically intertwined that is absolutely delightful.
Yeah.
Because here we're working with the meridians, with the face, with the dropping of the mask, with becoming more authentic. So your authentic essence is that pure compassion, divine compassion, which is the real explanation of love, the real definition, not explanation, but it's more like a definition of the higher form of love. So we are accessing, but the way to access all this beautiful pot of gold is, first we have to clear, purify all that which is no longer serving us, and then we can delve into the deeper subjects of our next step. So, and magic happens. I want to know if anything came up for you in terms of,
Oh my
oh,
God.
I manifested this so quickly, and wow, this is like really unexpected, and I'm so happy. So anything like this happened to you? Because it happened to me. I just
Oh,
curious.
but that's the thing. You know,
Yes,
we always say we live a life of miracles and we live a magical existence.
yes,
Um, so yeah, like living in innocence, that's the result. It's like instant manifestation. And I always say you're the queen of manifestation. Um, so, you know, 100%, yes, there's been, you know, it's like you really have to be careful what do you want. um,
Indeed.
I can't think of just one example, but it's like it's a daily experience,
Yeah.
Yes.
like
It's a
really,
constant daily.
yeah,
Yeah, and you let go of it. I mean, you appreciate it and you're grateful for it, and then you
yeah,
be open to the next.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And like it struck me as Sandra was speaking that you're actually the clearing is allowing you access to your pure emotions, and they're the list of the first Belvaspata practice is or the healing or blessing is the emotions.
yeah,
You always have love within you. You always have I mean, the list of trust but and then they're full. They're full. They're already full. They're giving you. They're able to give you your true emotions, your pure emotions. Yeah, give you open the door to a lovely day. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
next moment.
absolutely,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I'm so grateful. I truly am, and I have so much gratitude in my heart for being here and sharing
Hmm.
these, amazing tools. And yeah,
Thank you.
Well, this was like truly created on the go because Kathleen started to feel, oh, maybe we want to do like a little video because I have a couple of people, a couple of my friends that are interested in the protocol. Can we talk about it and explain it? And the moment we started to have the conversation before the recording, it was like, oh, this feels like we have to bring more people to bring their
mm,
perspective because each perspective is as rich as the previous and as the upcoming one, and everybody has their own emphasis on the tone, and this is what it's all about, that we all bring in our our tone, our tonal luminosity. So this
and
is this. Yes, honey.
can I just add to that point, Angel, that like we are, advanced students of Almine, and have been doing this journey, well, in the moment. But for people who haven't experienced that, this is equally as amazing because, as you know, my two sisters here in Ireland who are not Almine students also did the protocol. And, there was something in there for them too that they absolutely loved and embraced and were dedicated to doing for the whole month. So it does reach for every level. It's not just for, people who are Almine students. Um, like, people who aren't get just as much out of it, I think.
Thank you for clarifying that. It's so vitally important that people don't feel excluded. I actually had a friend slash client from Portugal, and Kathleen knows who she is because she was also part of the Zoom call. And on the first call, she was saying, "Oh my God, I feel like I don't belong here. Everybody is so advanced." Well, that self talk started to diminish and diminish until now she's like, I just want to be like Almine. This
Mm,
is her inspiration. She
yeah.
sent me a list of all the books from Almine. She found, because Kathleen suggested a website, and she's like, tell me which books do I have to get? She's like, on it. When are you launching phase 3? I'm going to redo phase 2 again. Uh, her life has completely shifted. When the protocol meets us at a certain level, we experience all the nuances in a very different way. They're like sparkles, they're like these magic moments, they're like soft, and then there's this passion. It is, I for me at least, but when I see someone that doesn't come from Almine's teachings and get on board like this, wow, it's like the Transformers. You know how they shapeshift? It's like this.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
something like more palpable, more really here in the physical. So
Yeah.
anyway, I feel like Kathleen wants to say
yeah, I
something.
do, because you're making me realize that my two friends, who I would love for them to enjoy the 28-day protocol, actually have a couple of physical health issues come up for them. You know, just it's like one girl was in an accident and another has a diagnosis, and I'm going, oh boy, is it a good time for them to do it? I think it is. I think it is. It's like increase the self-care, and and they're both like, what is it that I have to see? Why did this happen to me? They want to know how to heal themselves so that they don't, repeat an act,
Yeah.
or get even on more, have more of a health issue. So, what's it like? I wonder, what would it be like for someone who
I would
really, really
think
has to
for,
pay attention?
because this works on so many levels, it's not just emotionally. It works because you're clearing the organs, like it works physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Um, and it's so subtle sometimes that you don't even, notice the changes. Like it's not always a big dramatic, oh, I've had a huge shift. It's, sometimes, and the answer always comes eventually. So I would highly recommend for them to do it, just to take that time for self-nurturance, and maybe not even focus on what the ailment is, but just, dive into, as a gift to themselves, just dive into doing the protocol and let them be amazed at the end of it, look back and see, okay, what's different,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And I'd be shocked if they didn't have some
Mm-hmm.
miracles on the way. I would.
Yes.
yeah,
Well, if they don't follow the protocol, they just buy the kit and the kit sits there. Well, nothing's gonna happen. You
Yeah,
must step into your body fully, into your life, and be an active participant on what
yeah,
life is bringing you. Not like, oh well, life is this, life is that, and what are you doing to change that conversation?
yeah,
So we are
and
given the power tools with this.
yeah. Fragrance alchemy oils, they're little angels to me. Yeah, they appear and disappear and
Uh-huh. And you pick the same one over
transform.
and over. Don't you pick the same
Yeah,
one over and over from the pouch of 30? And I'm
yeah,
like, excuse me, are you talking to me? I mean, like
yeah,
seriously, they talk to us.
they
I have
do.
a relationship with them. I really do. We've been with the oils for almost 10 years.
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't even put it
and
into
many
numbers.
miracles with the oils. So even just using the oils will transform or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
change.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I feel delighted to have heard your experiences, Denise, and your
Thank you.
passion for this, and I most appreciate it. Thank you so much, and thank you, Sandra, for reintroducing me to Denise today.
Yeah.
And
We didn't mention that the two of you are um, from the earth point of view, you are in the land known as Era, right, Angel?
Yeah.
Era,
Era in Gaelic, so
Era,
Ireland.
And we met, Yeah, we did. We met one time with
Yes.
our mutual friend, beautiful goddess, Robin Sharp.
Mhm.
So we got to meet and had a wonderful afternoon. And I do want to come and see you back.
That would be so nice. I'm not sure if I heard all of that because the
Yeah.
internet is being funny here. But I would love to see you, and it would be lovely to see you, and lovely to have you up here. Um, yeah, beautiful Ireland. Ireland. The word era is also from. Sounds like it's connected with Irish mythology, the goddesses of Ireland. But that's perhaps more interesting to me at the moment is the word Irie sounds like era, which is the word rising, awakening. And I think Ireland is doing a good version of awakening at the moment. And
Yeah.
yeah, we're all delighted to see the spring, I'll tell you. Thank you, Denise. Thank you so much. And thank you, Sandra, for this beautiful sharing, and looking forward to seeing you again soon. Sandra?
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. And I'm very grateful that Denise shared her heart with us and with our audience. And will remain in full praise, love, gratitude, trust, and hope. And thank you to the Seer Almine for bringing all these incredible teachings for the gods and the humanity and everyone, because we all benefit. When one changes, everyone changes. So thank you so much.